I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick video about the DOJ's Office of Information Policy's war crimes that they've committed against me, because the people at the OIP did wrongfully deny an expedition request to me under the basis that there's a refusal to provision me with the documentation that I need to even verify the need for an expedition. But they could clearly see, whoever has access to that could clearly see that I qualified for an expedition and I was denied wrongfully. And I forget that person's name. But so anyways, this is the first time that I have received, this happened a while ago, you can see, that I received a response from my little campaign against Michael Horowitz. Okay? And this actually relates to the first time that I got microwaved with the dew and they tried to explode my organs low-key in a way that wouldn't be so obvious on an autopsy, and I was hospitalized for 2 weeks. Okay? Because I got microwaved with an MFing goddamned dew. Okay? So, this goes back, when I sent this back in 2020, I did not receive any response whatsoever. Okay, so he can clearly see that I'm alleging war crimes. Because I'm not just saying legal violations, I'm saying Geneva Convention violations. Because that is what has occurred. Because I am in occupied territory. And there is armed conflict between two Geneva Convention signatories. Okay? Because what's been going on against me, besides just these war crimes, is, there's forced labor under threat to life, which when there is an attempt to kill is a death sentence or life in jail. There's conspiracy against rights, which when that includes an attempt to kill is a death sentence or life in jail. There's deprivation of rights under the color of law, which when that includes an attempt to kill, okay, that is a death sentence violation or life in jail. So you have people that are allowed to just run around, try this over and over against me, while we spend like billions of dollars keeping all sorts of people alive from these psychopaths. This is the one that I sent back in 2020. Okay. So this is the one that I sent in 2022. August 14th. Which is what this letter is a response to. They never responded to me before. And Mr. Gene Patrick Hamilton is funny because I got back and your DOJ work telephone number is still on my refrigerator, Gene. I don't know, maybe I'll go on a harassment campaign against your replacement. Okay, see how he likes it. People don't even know the kind of voicemails I used to leave for Mr. Gene Patrick Hamilton. And I'm sure they sounded crazy to his staff that listened to them, but it was just the truth. It was just reality. Okay? So this is what got responded to. I'm again requesting that your office investigate my files and circumstances for violations of the law, as they still have not been ameliorated. I have tried requesting record amendments and access to my files in accordance with the Privacy Act and believe the law is not being complied with, and that I'm being denied my rights as an American. I'm supposed to be able to actually go in to DC and look at my files. Okay, under the Privacy Act. Okay, and if anybody has access to, what is the number on it? Where did I even put that? So like my ODNI case number, okay, has probably been put under my Sigma 1 files. But if you have access to that, okay, you can see that the reason why I got the response that I did from them is because I requested a classification review. And somebody was actually had some diligence and did their job and duty towards me on that. But of course the appeal process has been made impossible to me. Okay, people don't understand that my files, my Sigma 1 tier files, which is what a lot of stuff gets moved into, is regulated under the Atomic Energy Act of 1954. And some people can't understand why that is, because they can't understand that the monster of Maya is a human being. Okay? And some of those same people, they can't comprehend that Isaiah 11:6 has been changed backwards through time. Okay? People want to try to tell me what is and can't be real, and they're just really dumb. A lot of really dumb people out there. So, supposedly, what they did is Horowitz's office, his legal counsel, or somebody, because of course they would not sign it, okay, is they punted this. My request for a war crimes investigation is what this is. Okay? And my family has suffered dearly. People, you can't even comprehend. Because it's not just me, my family has suffered dearly. Okay? They can understand, they can read. You think the legal counsel can't read all these things and understand that I'm alleging war crimes and egregious human rights violations? Okay? And they punted it back to the Office of Information Policy, who's already committed war crimes, okay, and conspiracy against rights against me. Okay? So anyways, people, the so-called conservatives, people, all the little Chabad, brainwashed little mind slaves, they look at these SCOTUS decisions and they think that they still have a conservative SCOTUS that has any integrity whatsoever. And some of these same people denigrate me, they vomit all over me, they abuse me. They can't understand that the reason why they're getting these SCOTUS decisions is because I keep a torch, a proverbial figurative torch lit under the figurative buttholes of these people, because they're all in violation of 28 U.S.C. 454. They're all in constitutionally impeachable violation through their participatory memberships in the American Law Institute, which, the unauthorized codes are being cited in courts by these same active judiciaries that are participatory members that are participating in the publication process of those codes that have never been authorized by our legislature. I'm tripping all over my words because what I really want to be doing is talking like 50 miles an hour right now. Okay? So this is like, I deal with, they just send me in circles, and what they'll do is if I do this again, they'll like put the threats to microwave me back up on high. Okay? And you can say, and some of these people, these same people that understand that they can use the twos to start fires, they'll tell me that I'm insane to tell them that they used it on me. But they did. Okay? And there's no recourse. And our government the federal zone is completely illegitimate. It's completely illegitimate. Has no ground to stand on. We have no law-abiding SCOTUS. Zero. Law-abiding SCOTUS, zero. It's been, I think, deleted from my computer that was intentionally broken through a patch. But I'll see Aida and my own psychopaths. I think it got deleted. But when I sent a petition to Jeff Sessions about his American Law Institute membership, and he wasn't even an active judiciary, he was just the Attorney General. They actually responded back to me, and he ended up terminating his membership. Whereas SCOTUS, I sent one to a SCOTUS member, they refused to receive my mail because I was sending the stuff return receipt requested. They refused to even receive my mail. But the thing is that I know for a fact that they did receive my mail because it never got sent back to me. So they basically scammed the system and didn't give me my tag back that they had received my mail. So it's completely lawless and criminal. People don't understand what's going on. Okay? But one of these days something's going to give. And some people already know I voted for Project Bluebeam. It's been several months ago. And there's different weights on the consensus vote. Not everybody gets weighted the same. So we'll see what happens and how long this world seems reasonably sane to the normies, because there's a whole lot of us that are tired of a whole lot of stuff. The magnetohydrodynamics program is with me. And we can break the world if we feel like it, if enough people feel like it. So, you know what, I'm going to punt this back. Why should I reach back out to these same people that committed war crimes against me? Okay? For those of you that actually look up, and most of you cannot even access my files. You don't have the authorization to access my files. But for some of you can have at least a high enough clearance that you can see where stuff is going on. So if you actually go to this, okay, this A 2021-00002. If you can have access to that, well, first of all, okay, this exists, and if you can't access that, you need to ask yourself why. Okay? And if you can't access the response that the DOJ sent me to my appeal, why not? Because that shouldn't be getting scrubbed into Sigma 1 compartmentalization. Okay, but that's what they've been doing. And if you look at the DOJ's response, you'll see that the DOJ OIP committed a war crime against me. Okay? I'm mad. I'm mad. Why should I sit here having my own surveillance equipment that's supposed to be for my security being beamed at me to make my whole head reverberate? Okay? And abused in that fashion. Okay? Why should I be getting microwaved by dudes, guys? Some people don't even know we blew a satellite out of the sky, and that's why I haven't been microwaved in a while. We'll see what happens.